I look at him like, I say Jesus.
And next question is.
Love you. You invite me to your parties. You did. Yeah. You did. I remember I got an invite from you once. This is true. You used to have these crazy parties, and one invite was it self-destructed. After it was you talking, and so you gave the information of where the party was, and then it said this message was self-destructed.
I'm very happy.
The world was stunned when news broke that Homeland Security had raided Diddy's mansion, but what really sent the internet buzzing was what they discovered. Hidden beneath his massive estate, which has hosted some of his wildest parties, investigators found a secret network of tunnels. Yes, you heard that right, big active tunnels. Court documents just revealed that the feds found a chilling, secretive network of passages allegedly used by Diddy to carry out some creepy activities and manage his alleged criminal enterprise. But what was hidden inside these tunnels? From A-list gatherings to possible covert operations, stay tuned as today we dive deep into one of Hollywood's most controversial stories, which keeps unfolding. With these latest revelations, things aren't looking good for Puff Daddy. His recent arrest came after a series of surprise raids on his properties in LA, New York, and Miami, where the feds uncovered some disturbing details about the things that have been going on behind the scenes, especially with his infamous freak-off party.
Breaking news, the Department of Homeland Security has just confirmed to CNN that federal law enforcement agents have raided properties owned by musician and producer.
As the investigation went deeper, questions about a private network of underground tunnels said to run beneath Diddy's properties started popping up. Several insider sources allege that these tunnels might have been used to transport S-workers and move party substances for Diddy's freak-offs. Many argued the secret passages were probably used for meetings with high-profile figures who valued privacy, while others concur with these speculations with the belief that the only reason Diddy would construct an underground channel is to traffic illegal items undetected. According to sources close to the ongoing legal case, the origins of these alleged underground passages dates back to the early 2000s. While many assumed these tunnels were simply a security measure, a way for him and his associates to move undetected and avoid paparazzi, recent revelations hint at something far more sinister. The federal raid on Diddy's LA mansion resulted in the discovery of over 1,000 baby oils, lubricants, heavy firearms, narcotics, and the biggest of them all, hundreds of hidden cameras. These shocking discoveries fueled the speculations that those tunnels under Diddy's mansions served a much bigger purpose than just a mere security measure. After everything we've heard about Diddy's dark doings, it's difficult to dispute the sentiment. Jaguar Wright, who has been pretty vocal about the entire scandal, recently shared some interesting stories about the raid on Diddy's mansion. She speculated that his situation is similar to that of R. Kelly, another fall guy for the real forces pulling strings behind the scenes. Jaguar believed the only reason the feds were able to catch Diddy unaware during the raid was because the higher-ups kept the profile of their suspect under wraps until the day of the raid. She claimed none of the officers tasked to carry out the raid had a clue about whose house they were raiding until the last minute.
Working in tandem, and they did not tell the officers who they were raiding. They went in tactical as they were instructed to. They didn't know they was raiding Diddy's house. The higher-ups didn't tell anybody because they knew, with Diddy being a Fed informant, that he had people in the force and they wanted to make sure that went through legit. So they ain't tell nobody whose houses they was going.
She added that despite the high level of secrecy, there are still chances that Combs was tipped off and he probably made use of his tunnel to escape with some incriminating evidence he could take with him. Jaguar might sound crazy and overly controversial at times, but her comments about his investigation being kept a secret made a lot of sense because Diddy is highly connected with a lot of powerful people beyond Hollywood. His parties over the years have helped him build a broad network of influences, which is probably the reason why the feds kept the criminal investigations on him a secret for so long. Diddy has been arguably the biggest party host in the entertainment industry for the past 2 decades. Everyone wanted to be at a Diddy party no matter what. But we've been made to understand that for every Diddy's public party, there is another exclusive party only a select few are invited to. These private parties are now famously called the freak-offs.
You invite me to your parties. You did. Yeah. You did. I remember I got an invite from you once. This is true. You used to have these crazy parties, and one invite was it self-destructed. After it was you talking, and it said you gave us the information of where the party was, and then it said this message was self-destructive.
I'm very high.
When the freak-off parties became a trend on social media, a lot of people just assumed it was one of those exclusive parties where celebrities do wild and naughty stuff. But with recent revelations, it turned out that these freak-offs are a fest, and the things that allegedly happened at many of these parties were just straight up illegal. According to Gene Deal, an ex-bodyguard and inside man of Diddy, he alleged that Diddy has always enjoyed spiking drinks without anyone's knowledge. He explained that this is the reason why you'll rarely find any sober person at his parties, because their drinks have been tampered with to begin with.
Giving you this, Aubrey, he stood up there and he said in front of a lot of people, we were in the studio, he said, yo, I'm gonna their ass off and pimp them out to. He said, I'm gonna them out. I'm gonna get them all and I'm gonna pimp their.
Diddy has been buried under a mountain of civil and criminal lawsuits. At this point, it's almost impossible to dismiss all these damning allegations against him. It's safe to say that many of these people dragging him to court only found their voice after they realized that the feds were coming after Diddy. While the legal proceedings against Diddy are progressing, not much information has been divulged by the prosecution's office so far. But with all that we know at this moment, many believe strongly that there are more powerful people involved in this alleged criminal ring. For example, Lucian Grange, the CEO of Universal Music Group, was named in a lawsuit brought against Diddy by producer Rodney Jones, who accused him of being an enabler and a big part of Combs' alleged organized crime activities. While Grange hasn't been dragged into these investigations officially so far, insider sources claim it's only a matter of time before other high-profile celebrities start getting indicted. All of these rumors are just speculations, which is why many are suspicious about the perceived silence from the prosecution office about this Diddy case so far. This silence has sparked the rumors that Diddy has probably made a deal with the feds thanks to the powerful forces Jaguar Wright has always claimed to be in his corner. A lot of people are starting to believe that a lot of people are being protected from the potential pitfalls of this scandal, and we will probably never know the full truth about the things that happened. These speculations have forced the New York District Attorney to reiterate that his office is determined to bring down anyone who has taken advantage of women and men, no matter how popular or powerful they are. The DA also described the alleged crimes committed by Diddy in full detail, talking about a well-documented list of behavior against victims over the years.
That used the business empire he controlled to carry out criminal activity. Forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and the obstruction of justice. Let me say a little bit more about the charges. The indictment alleges that Combs abused and exploited women and other people for years, and in a variety of ways.
There is no doubt that the leaked footage of Diddy physically Cassie in that hotel room did a lot of damage to Diddy's already fragile reputation. Many claim the feds intentionally leaked that video because they couldn't sue Diddy directly, as the video had already passed the statute of limitations. But the feds allegedly knew that the video could still do a lot of damage if it came to the public, and also aided their investigations against Combs. While there are chances that Diddy got a whiff of the raid, the truth is that the evidence that the feds were able to gather at his Los Angeles residence was beyond incriminating. Several insider sources claimed the feds were able to recover over 250 hidden cameras and several hard drives containing images and videos, just like Rodney Jones alleged in his lawsuit. These hard drives are believed to contain incriminating evidence of the things that happened at these freak-off parties. There are speculations that these tapes are how Diddy has managed to control the narrative and the industry as a whole all these years. The part of the discovery where they found over 1,000 baby oils and lubricants came as a shock to many. Who wouldn't be? 1,000 baby oil is a lot. Diddy has managed to beat a lot of allegations throughout his career, but things are bleak at the moment. It will be intriguing to see if he beats this criminal investigation by the feds, but with the mounting evidence and information flowing around, it's not black and white for Diddy right now. The legal proceedings are definitely far from over, but the damage to Diddy's legacy and career in the entertainment industry has been done. It doesn't really matter if he beats these allegations or not. Things are never going to be the same for Puff Daddy. The Pandora's box has been opened wide, and the entertainment industry and Hollywood as a whole are under intense scrutiny more than ever. Gene Deal believes Diddy was just another victim of bad mentorship that has been going on in the music industry for decades. He thinks Diddy has been inflicting on others the same things that were done to him when he was on the come up. In an interview with The Art of Dialogue, the former bodyguard revealed that the things Diddy had to do to become who he is today turned him into a monster.
All about the people who trained and taught him the music business, because Puff wasn't he wasn't born a monster. You know what I'm saying? He was made into a monster, brother. Do you understand what I'm saying? He was made into a monster from the stuff that happened to him, the things that he had to do You understand? The things that he had to do to be.
Several legal experts have given their analogies of Diddy's chance in this ongoing trial. They believe Diddy is facing between 15 and 25 years in prison if convicted. Analysts believe that unless Diddy makes a deal with the feds to reduce his charges, his chances in open court in front of a grand jury are slim because of the damning evidence and the long list of possible witnesses willing to testify. A lot of people believe that Cassie's testimony alone could crush Diddy, but that remains to be seen. This trial is about to get really interesting, and fresh information will undoubtedly start coming out in the next few days and weeks. If you don't want to miss out on this update, you should like and subscribe to this channel. What's your thought about these alleged tunnels? Do you think Diddy is capable of operating this high-profile criminal enterprise the feds are accusing him of? Let's rip it up together in the comments.